Hi everybody, it's Margaret here with 60 and Me. Welcome to a new day. Hope all is well. I wanted to talk to you today about a phrase that we use very frequently as we get a little older, and that is age is just a number. And people say this in marketing terms. They say it just to make us feel that, we don't need to be concerned about our age as we merge into this beautiful next stage of our lives. But age is a number, and that's true, but there are so many stereotypes around aging, and we can't seem to escape those. But I want to talk to you today about 10 things that you can do that will make you look and feel older, even though we know that age is just a number and we're able to do anything that our heart desires as we get into our 60s and 70s and older. Now, it's funny, I was just thinking about this because as I was traveling on a train the other day, I actually was knitting. And I like knitting. It's a calming thing for me to do when I'm on a train. And I thought, oh, now there's a stereotype. People would look at me and think, old woman sitting on the train knitting. But, there's certain things that we do that will make us feel younger. And this is one of the things for me. I love knitting. I love being creative. But that is a stereotype. So I want to talk to you about these 10 things, though, that you can do if you want to look older and feel older. Okay, this is actually an article by Lisa Sabin, who's one of our bloggers, and it's a great article and you should read it. It's quite, it's humorous, but it's also true. There's some real truth and reality in what she says. First thing, being out of style. Okay, now before you jump on me here and say I'll wear whatever I like, Margaret, I'm not talking about following trends, just for the sake of following a trend. But there are certain things that you can wear and that you can do that make you look and feel older. Now, a lot of us have got into comfort wear the last couple of months, or years, I should say. And, the elastic waistbands and just putting on baggy clothes that make us feel comfy. They do also make us look like, we just aren't thinking about what we look like and just focusing on comfort. So style, whatever you choose it to be. If it is baggy, go for it. But wear it with passion and with truth, with authenticity. But if you're feeling that you're putting clothes on just because it's just, you don't care anymore, that's some way that you are going to feel older. It's not that you're necessarily going to look older, but you're going to feel in a rut, in a routine that is maybe not aligned to the true vivacious person that you want to be. I mean, maybe you've taken on a more bohemian appearance and your clothing is very outside the box, but that's a style that makes you feel younger and makes you look younger, because as you project outwards what you feel inside. That's kind of the gist of all these 10 things that Elisa talks about. So classic clothing, by the way, makes you feel comfortable and look and feel younger because you are comfortable with it. You've worn those clothes, the quality fabric, for example, the way that clothes can be fitted to make you feel like you're accenting the really nice parts that, if you've got a small waist, it's great. Just wear what you like, but be conscious of style. Second thing is sleep deprivation. This can make you look older and feel older very, very fast. Now, I know I've been traveling recently and I've just noticed these little bags under my eyes are a little darker than usual. I've also got a little fan blowing on me here because it's really, really warm, but I'll push it back a bit. So, and as soon as you start getting those little dark shadows under your eyes, then, and not getting good enough sleep, that's going to make you feel older for sure. You're not going to be able to have that vitality and that kind of, energy that you would love to have. And, maybe the fountain of youth is just looking rested and happy and smiling. It's always been one of my things that when you smile, it just takes years off of your life. But if you don't want to, well, I think that one's coming up, but if you want to look older, just don't smile. So anyway, that's the second thing. The second thing is sleep deprivation. And when you've got that energy and you've got that look in your eyes that shows you've got a good night's sleep, that's going to make you feel and look younger. If you want to look older though, go ahead and be grumpy. That's the one thing that's going to make you definitely feel older and look older. It takes a lot more muscles, I think, on your face to be scowling rather than smiling. So you might as well save energy. But that's one thing. If you're looking like you really are unhappy and grumpy and seeing the dark side of everything and the negative, you are going to feel older. You're going to feel older and you're going to look it too. Okay, so maybe some of you are maybe saying, well, who cares if we look older, Margaret? We'll look any way that we want. Well, that's true too, but this is a fun article and we're just going to do it for fun. And if you can identify and relate with any of them, great. And if not, just honestly do what you feel you want to do. But the fourth thing to make you feel and look a little bit younger is to be a constant lifelong learner. if you're just closing your mind, living in a fixed mindset and not changing and alter and adapting yourself to the new world of discovery around you, that was going to make you tend to feel old and settle in your ways. And as I said, how you look, you're going to feel. Another way to look and feel older is to just isolate yourself. Don't get out there. Just stay inside. You will start to feel like you're just sort of attaching to the sofa. and just becoming very set in your ways and just missing people, feeling lonely, but not being able to get out there. So that's one way you definitely can feel and look older, is to isolate yourself in a world that's not getting inspiration. And even just going to a cafe and watching other people, just watching the world go by, that's going to make you feel energized. And interact with young people. I actually love younger friends, and I do seek them out wherever I have an opportunity. And I just went on a cruise and I was surrounded by young people, and it was just wonderful. It made me feel younger. And if you don't do that, you're going to, force yourself to interact. And as in the article it says, this has been the year of social distancing. And have you started to feel a little bit worn down, a little bit, hidden and isolated and maybe even invisible? Well, that's definitely one way to feel older and to look a little older too. Another thing, this is number 6, another way to look older and feel older is to worry. Just be worried about everything. And I know that a friend of mine always says, come on, you've got to be a warrior, not a worrier. And I know I'm probably not making a distinction there, but be a warrior. Fight for this. Fight for what you believe in. Fight for the life that you feel you may have left behind. Because if you don't, and you're constantly worrying and you're constantly looking down and looking at the sort of the negative side of things, you will feel and look older. It's just true. You'll get worn down by it. So try to put a shine on your face and go out and sparkle in the world, and you'll start to feel much better, much younger, and more vivacious. Next one, well, it's kind of related to the 5th one, is being a couch potato. Just, sort of getting into routines that are just repetitive, like watching the same things over and over again, just not moving from the chair, eating your food on the sofa, you're not getting up and making yourself a little meal at the table. All these things, these kinds of ritual behaviors that make you feel and look old, are just accentuated if you're a couch potato. Does anybody even do this? I don't know. But the other one that she mentions, which I think is lying in bed most of the day. I don't think anybody does that. Anybody out there do that? I did actually read a book once, which was really funny, about a woman who said, was it the year of living in my bed or something like that? And she literally just stayed in bed the whole year. She might have got up to go to the loo, but it was a very funny book, and it was about how she formed a relationship and a friendship by someone that came in to help her during this year of living in her bed. But I don't think anyone really does that seriously, but if you do, it's going to probably make you feel a lot older. And I think that probably the logical extension is look a little older too. And by the way, this is all very lighthearted, and it is. This is, for me, is just kind of observations of things that when I feel kind of older and a little tireder and creaky, this is going to make me feel the same way. So number 9 is being negative. Negative people look and feel old. And I think that's true. Youth, hope, potential, exuberance, all those things are going to make you feel energized and ready to face the world in a positive way. And you will feel like you did when you were younger, that there's an opportunity out there. I've often actually thought that being 60 is a lot like being a teenager, because we've got the whole world ahead of us. Like, we've turned a page, and rather than being, sort of limited by jobs and communities, and, we don't have to be limited by those things. We've got the whole world in front of us now. We've got 20, 30 years left to enjoy this amazing world. And so being negative is just not going to make you feel or look younger. And when you smile, it attracts positivity. It attracts vitality and youth. The 10th one is holding on to anger. Oh, this is such a hard one, because I think that being 60, 65, 70, whatever your age is the time when we start reflecting. And I think we start getting angry with ourselves, angry with situations that we didn't handle well or that we could have done differently. And, people maybe are changing their relationship with us, getting divorced, even our children, quotes, divorcing us and moving on to other things, not putting us at the center of their lives like we might want them to put us, or even at the edges of their lives. But you know the story. But holding on to anger is going to make you feel defeated and make you feel older and look older. You're going to have that slouching look. You're going to be, the smile will have left your face. Anger is eating away at you. It's such a toxic emotion. So you can you can deal with these things with a youthful exuberance and feel, that you've got a chance at starting fresh. You can't go back. You can't make, the change, the challenges that you face, the things you did that you would like to do a redo. It's just not going to happen. So just live with that, love that, and move forward. I think that's the secret here. This is a really good article, actually, and I think that the final question is: do you feel younger or older than your age? How old do you feel right now? I'm going to go back to 59. I think that was my favorite year. I stayed there for many years before I turned 60. But no, I think I feel younger. I feel like I've got a hopeful attitude to the future. I know the world is crazy. I know right now we're going through such difficult times, and there's not a lot sometimes to smile about. And I'm not being like Pollyanna, like let's be happy about everything just so we feel younger. But I think that we have an opportunity to look out for each other, take care of everybody on this emotional journey that we're all facing. So if you enjoyed this video, please tell us, I'd love to know what you think your age inside is, and whether you feel younger or older than the age you are, and maybe response to the comments that we made. But also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, because that helps YouTube to spread it around a bit. And also, if you'd like to join our Patreon community, this is a private group. It's a supporters group, and we have a lot of great women there. We do live shows. We call them friendship lounges, where we meet just and get together and chat. Real friendships and family feeling. It's a lot more intimate than what we can do here on 60andMe. But if you're interested, it's Patreon, Patreon/60andMe. So anyway, please join us if you would like to. And if you've got any questions, just leave them in the comments section below. But thanks again for being here. Truly appreciate your support and your ongoing, connection on this journey. It's going to be worth it. Take good care, everybody. Feel young, look young, be young, shine. Have a great day. Bye-bye.